You know what nobody really talks about out loud? How lonely it can feel to try and make new friends as an adult when you slowly start to notice everyone around you already has their people and you're starting from scratch. That's exactly where I found myself not too long ago, a new place where I didn't grow up, didn't go to school, didn't build any of those early connections that most people take for granted. And I started looking around thinking, how can I actually make this work? So I did what any millennial woman does. I joined a few local Facebook groups, and what I found there kind of surprised me. So many women in the exact same boat. Some had moved there as adults, some had been living there for years already, and they were all saying the same thing. I can connect with people online in Facebook groups and friendship apps, but not many actually want to meet in real life, and almost nobody follows through. And look, we've all heard it before, right? Making friends in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, it's just hard, like it's the law of nature. Once you leave school and university, you're basically on your own unless you stayed in your hometown with your childhood friends, which most of us didn't. But I don't fully buy that. I think the problem isn't that friendship gets harder. I think we're just going about it the wrong way. Reading through those Facebook group posts reminded me so much of dating, the endless swiping, the great conversations that go nowhere, the person who seemed so into it and then just ghosted. Sound familiar? Because it's the same dynamic. You're putting yourself out there, hoping someone will match your energy and getting frustrated when they don't follow through. But here's the thing, what actually worked in dating, it wasn't just finding someone who seemed nice online, it was finding someone you actually had something real in common with, something that gave you a reason to keep showing up. And I think that's the missing piece for friendships too. Here's what I believe after going through this myself. The basis of a real friendship, especially one you build as an adult, is a shared passion. Something you're both already doing or both want to do, a hobby, an interest, something you'd show up for every week or every month, even if no one else was there. Because when you build a friendship on top of something you both love doing anyway, you don't have to force it. You're not sitting across from a stranger trying to find things to talk about. You already have a reason to be in the same room. The friendship just grows from there. And I have the perfect example from my own life. This was the beginning of my 30s. I had just met my husband in Hamburg, Germany, which is the city I lived since I was 8 years old. I wasn't even looking for new friends. All my people were already there. But I was really passionate about building my business. I was selling products on Amazon at the time, and I bought this big expensive course, and it came with a Slack community, a digital space where everyone who bought the course could connect with each other. Some of us in Hamburg started meeting up in person, and at first it was nice, good conversations with like-minded people, but nothing more. Then the meeting moved to a different day of the week, and most people couldn't make it anymore. Only 2 other women showed up. And those 2 women, they became some of my closest friends. We started meeting regularly, just the 3 of us, to talk about our Amazon businesses, and then 2 more women joined eventually. But over time, something shifted. We'd meet downtown, go for dinner, have drinks, and suddenly we were talking about our lives, our personal lives, because somewhere along the way we realized we were just having too much fun together to keep it strictly professional. And that was 6 years ago. And it didn't happen overnight. It's built slowly, naturally, on top of something we all already cared about. One of those friendships even surprised me later on. About 3 years in, one of the women and I discovered we both loved photography. She wanted to get into modeling. I loved being behind the camera. And then I found myself in front of it too, making photos and silly videos for Instagram and TikTok, something I would have never predicted. I guess that's how friendships grow when they're built on the right foundation. They keep revealing new layers. So here's the part nobody wants to hear, but I'm going to say it anyway. Finding new friends also requires you to sell yourself. Yes, I said it, sell yourself. I know that sounds transactional, maybe even a little uncomfortable, but think about it honestly. Would you want to spend your free time with someone you didn't find interesting? Of course not. So why would anyone else? The skill of making yourself interesting, of presenting who you are in a way that makes someone think, I really want to spend more time with this person, that's a real skill anyone can learn. And it's the same skill that works in dating, in business, and in job interviews. It's not about being fake. It's not about performing a version of yourself that doesn't exist. It's about being intentional. It's about leading with the parts of you that are truly exciting and making whatever you want to do together sound so good that the other person can't say no. If your pitch for hanging out is, I don't know, maybe we could grab coffee sometime, someday, maybe, that's a weak offer. But if you say, okay, I found this incredible little hidden cafe, they do this amazing thing on Sunday mornings, you have to come with me. Now that is something people show up for. Be the person who makes things sound worth doing and then actually do them. And if someone still isn't interested after all that, that's fine. A friendship is a two-way street. Not everyone is your person, but the ones who are, they'll show up. So that's my honest take on this. Stop looking for friends the way we browse social media, passively, hoping someone interesting just appears. Find something you love, go do it, and find the people already doing it, and then just let it unfold. You'd be surprised how much easier it feels when the pressure of making a friend is replaced by just doing something you already wanted to do anyway. Now I want to hear from you. How did you make new friends in your late 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and so on? Was it planned or did it just happen? And what's the most unexpected friendship you developed later in life? Tell me in the comments, I would love to know. And if this resonated with you, a like on this video means the world to me. It really helps more people find it who might need to hear this today. See you in the next one.